have a foam roller workout for you. So we're gonna work on our abs, our legs, obviously the rest of the core, all the trunk muscles, as well as a little bit of breathing. This is not a restore foam roller release type of class. This is gonna be a little bit of work. So I'm gonna start with my roller sideways across my mat and just underneath my knees. So I'm just gonna rest my knees just slightly bent and just sit up nice and tall. And then I'm gonna put my hands on the edge of my roller, and this is about a 6-inch roller. It doesn't really matter as long as it feels supported. Mine's pretty firm. This will be nicer on the little bit softer ones. And then I just want you to flex forward, wrap your hands around the roller, and then just breathe. We're gonna take 5 big breaths here. Breathe deep into those lungs, and let out all the air. Feel it breathing through your nose. Out like you're blowing through a straw. One more. And sit back up top. Okay, so we're going to lay on our back. So go ahead and find your way to the back. And then I want the feet on top of the roller, okay? So arms just down by your side, a nice comfortable shoulder width apart position. And then we're just gonna start with a little roll the roller out. So kind of like think footwork like, right? We're just gonna press it out. But as I do, I'm gonna flex my feet towards me. And now it's kind of on my lower calf Achilles area. And I'm gonna bend my knees, heels find the roller, and I'm gonna pull it in until I'm on my tippy toes. So I want you to find that articulation if you can. You might lose your roller if you don't keep even pressure on the way in and on the way out. So find your connection, pull your abdominals in to stabilize that spine as you pull it in. And press it out. Pull it in. Feel that elongation of your quadriceps controlling that way out. Flex those feet. Pull it back into your tippy toes. One more time like that. Press that roller out long. Flex your feet. Point your toes as you roll it back in. I lost mine on that as I was talking. Now, I want you to find your Pilates V. So on your toes while it's in close, and just a little bit of a turnout. My knees are lined up with my shoulders, so I'm not just flopping out to the side, but connected. Heels stay together, and just a small turnout from those hips. Now find those abdominals in your neutral, if you can. And then press that roller out, and pull that roller in. So lengthen those legs out, feel your quadriceps activate, your hips activate, and then pull it back in. So stay in that little bit of a turnout, press it out. If you can flex those feet, do so. Point your toes and pull it in. Press it out. Find that energy in those legs. Imagine you have the same resistance as a reformer when I put it on that lighter tension. So you're focusing on abdominals, and that pulling the roller back in. Try to stay neutral long through the sides of the waist. Sometimes I like to put my hands on my pelvis to feel that. Now pause right here. Okay, so this is a combo move, kind of a nice little hip release, but again with control. We're gonna start on our toes in parallel. Press the roller out in parallel. Turn out. Pull the roller in your Pilates V. Back to parallel to press it out. Open, pull those knees wide, close them back in. Press it out, open, pull it in, and close. Press it out, open, pull it in, and close. You can adjust if you start to lose your roller a little bit. Press it out, rotate, pull it in, pause. We're gonna reverse. So stay in your turnout, that laterally rotated position. Press your roller out, parallel to pull it in. Open, press it out, parallel to close. Don't forget to keep those abdominals pulling in, connecting, stabilizing that internal corset. You should feel a little pelvic floor engagement. We're just gonna do one more of these. Press it out on your turn out, pull it back in. All right, so from here, we're gonna keep our feet on there where they're nice and already set. That's my hoodie. And then you guys, we're gonna do a little pelvic curl bridge. So I want you to get your whole kind of arch of your foot, feet wrapped over, and then feet pressed down. I don't want you to over-activate your hamstrings. And we're just gonna start with a little pelvic tilt. So just tilt your pelvis towards you. Use your abdominals to pull your pelvis up and then lengthen back out. So if I had a bucket of water in my belly, as I do this, the bucket of water spills towards my nose and then goes back out long. Now, I'm gonna continue this all the way up without letting my roller go anywhere. I'm gonna curl my pelvis up and peel up to my long bridge. And then inhale, head in line with my spine as I go through it, and then melt it all the way back through imprint to neutral. So a little pelvic curl, so I'm gonna tilt the pelvis, and then I'm gonna peel up vertebrae at a time, lengthening, and then I'm gonna melt it back down again, peeling down and lengthening back out. All right, I am gonna add a little hamstring curl. You can omit that if it's too much at this point of your day. So curl the pelvis up, peel that spine up, reach those knees, long spine, compressed abdominal area, press the roller out a couple inches, in a couple inches, just small, just enough to feel feet to the seat, pulling in, reaching for 4, 3. The more you tighten the abs, the less the hamstrings will get mad. Theoretically, pull it in, melt sternum, upper, middle, lower, and tailbone. Nice. All right, from here, we're gonna rock up to seated. Okay, now, we're gonna kneel. If you need an extra cushion on your knees, always grab it. We're just gonna have a nice neutral wrist. I don't want you to roll the roller back, but to keep it open a little bit. My wrist has less wrinkles in it when it goes this way and a bunch of creases when it goes this way. So the more neutral, or the heel of my hand on top I can find, the better. Knees about a hip distance apart, and then I'm just gonna look right down on my roller. And I'm gonna protract, retract. So like a little scapular push-up. I'm gonna drop my chest towards the floor. Then I'm gonna squeeze shoulder blades together. So it's just a little protraction and retraction. My elbows aren't changing. Protract, retract. Feel the shoulder blades slide on that rib cage. Draw your abdominals in. 2 more. Protract, retract, protract, and retract. Now we're gonna do a little cat. Kind of a shell stretch to a cat combo. But initially, we're gonna cat. So with our cat, we're gonna curl our pelvis under, round our spine up, and that roller rolls towards my fingertips. And then I'm gonna go back to the heel of the hand and lengthen back out long. So a little curl, rounding up, pulling up towards the fingertips, lengthen back out to the heel of the hand, okay? So think pull pelvis down. So tilt the pelvis, opens the back, pulling in, the roller rolls up to the points of your tippy fingertips. Lengthen the hamstrings, the hip, and back out. Let's try that one more time. Curl pelvis under, initiate with the abs, pull the abs up, 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 and then just to the tip of your fingertips. And then roll it back down your long fingers to the heel of your hand and extend back out long. Okay, we're gonna do a little spinal rotation here. I'm just gonna keep one hand on the roller, and then I'm just gonna roll it away as I thread my other hand under. Little torso spinal rotation, and then bring it back in. We're gonna do 2 more on this side. So I'm gonna slide that same hand away as I roll the roller out. I'm gonna kind of look under my arm. Find a range that works for you. It's a little bit of a stretch through that whole side of the body and a little activation to rotate that spine. And then I'm gonna do the same thing the other side. So my other hand is gonna thread through. So I'm gonna reach under, and I'm gonna roll that roller out. And then I'm gonna bring it back in. 2 more times. Find your range of motion. It doesn't matter how far out that roller goes, it's your twist of the spine, safely for your body. And then reach it out, breathe into it, and bring it back in. Okay, so we should be nice and warm now. I'm gonna take my roller, and I'm gonna lay it long ways on my mat, so I don't wanna fall off my mat. Not too far. Okay, so I wanna sit at the end of it so I can lay all the way down, and the base of my head or skull and my tailbone are both on the roller. My roller is 36 inches long, so I fit just fine, and so should most of you. So head just resting there. We're gonna start with a little bit of that scapular movement again. So feet are wide, so I feel nice and steady on here. I'm gonna reach my hands up towards the ceiling. And then protract a little bit, and as you open the shoulder blades, you'll feel they leave the roller. And then as you pull them back, it's almost like they're hugging the roller. Reach to the ceiling, and then pull those shoulder blades back down. Reach to the ceiling, pull the shoulder blades back. Feel again, those muscles on the front and back of the scapula, kind of lining the back of that armpit. And then find where your shoulder blades are touching the roller, but not over squeezing it, just connected. And then we're gonna scissor. I'm gonna take one arm down and one arm overhead. Back up to the sky. Now I wanna keep those abdominals engaged. I'm gonna inhale as I reach, exhale to come back. These abdominal muscles are working to keep me perfectly still in my spine. The roller is going to shift ever so slightly side to side as you reach one way and then the other. And these can be small if you need to. But in opposition, you should feel a nice opening across the chest and shoulders. And breathe. One more time. And now, hands to the sky. We're going to open as if we were doing our hug a tree. So just to open and a close. So hands are at like sternum, breastbone height. Elbows are soft, and I'm just opening and closing. Open and close. Just 2 more of those. Open and close. You still feel those abdominals drawing in, right? And you're still breathing? I hope so. And then bring your hands down to the mat. Okay, from here, we're gonna do a little ab prep chest lift position. If you've got head or neck stuff, you could skip this, or you could put one hand behind your head. I'm doing okay with mine today, so I'm gonna stay wide-ish with my feet. The more narrow or close together they are, the less stable I am on this roller. So this is gonna give me tactile feedback of, is my spine staying in the same shape, okay? So we did that imprint and release earlier on the mat. I could do that again into that little bit of imprint if I need a little more support, but I'm gonna try to stay neutral. So I have just like a finger width under my low back because that's my neutral, okay? And then I'm gonna maintain that lumbo-pelvic position as I'm sliding ribs to hips into a little chest lift. And then I'm lowering back down. This is small. I'm just lifting the bottom points of my shoulder up to the bottom points of my shoulder blades. I'm just lifting my shoulder blades up. The crown of my head is reaching long. I'm nodding my forehead and thinking long through the back of my neck. And then I lower back down. You should feel these abdominals working to slide the ribs towards the hips. And then I'm gonna come back down. And I'm gonna curl it up and back down. Again, you can stay down if you need to. I'm gonna do the 100 right here. So I'm gonna add a little progression. Well, for hundreds, I'm gonna stay right here. So take an inhale. As you exhale, curl up to that chest lift position. And I'm gonna pump my arms towards the floor into my thighs. Ready? Join me. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs drawing in, spine neutral. Pumping those arms, breathing. and rest it all the way down. All right, I'm gonna keep my hands down on the floor, wider than my mat because I wanna be nice and stable. I'm gonna keep neutral spine, abdominals in, compressing the abdominal cavity to stabilize. A little knee fold, bring my right leg up, put it back down. The left leg up, and put it back down. So I'm testing here to see if I can find my stability, compressing the opposite side oblique to stabilize and open that hip on the floor as I bring that leg up. And then I'm going to compress the left side as I bring the right leg up. Okay, now you can stay there or join me with finding tabletop with both legs. Again, those arms are my stability. So towards a T or a Y, V shape, right? Now, if you can, with control, maybe a little imprint here, find those abdominals and then tap towards the floor or all the way to the floor. Find the range that works for you. My knee angle doesn't change here. I'm just doing my toe tap. My abdominals are working a lot right here to stabilize me. And I'm breathing in and out. I inhale as I go down and exhale up. It's okay if you're doing it a different way as long as you're breathing. This is my last toe tap. I'm going to keep both legs at tabletop. All right, so my next challenge is single leg stretch. I'm going to keep head and shoulders down and stability on the roller. I'm going to take the right leg out long and reach. And then I'm going to switch and switch and switch. Maybe you go to fingertips on the floor instead of a full hand pressing down and challenge your stability. Pull those oblique side of the waist muscles in to help you stabilize the pelvis as you reach the leg long. Meet both legs in tabletop. One foot to the floor, other foot to the floor. Take a pause. All right, so let's try a little scissor. So bring one leg up to tabletop, get set, find your arm position, bring your other leg up, and then again, fingertips, full palm. You decide, pressing down into that floor or light touch on the floor. Both legs up to the ceiling if you can. And we're gonna just go a little bit, just a little scissor and up. So I want you to be aware of how your SI joint, that pelvis and sacrum connection. You can take this longer and straighter if it works for your body. Or it can be a tiny scissor, or you go back to the toe taps, because this is a long lever challenge compared to the short lever of the toe tap. So it increases that same challenge. One more, each leg. And reach. And then I'm going to bring them into tabletop, find the floor, and then hands by my side. So what I like after that, because there's a little hip flexor work that definitely happens there, I'm going to do a little bridge here. So I'm going to keep head and shoulders down. And then I'm just going to peel my spine off of the roller. Sometimes with my sweatshirt, you can't tell. And then I'm going to melt my spine back down to the roller. You can keep your hands on the floor for stability or add a little extra challenge. Our feet are planted, so it's still safe. And then we peel up, opening the front of the hips, and then melting it back down. Peeling up, and then melting it back down. All right, I'm gonna put my left hand on the floor, my right hand behind my head, and left leg to tabletop. So the same leg that's in the air, arm is on the floor for a little bit of security, stability. I'm gonna come up into my small ab prep chest lift crunch-like position. And now I'm gonna twist just a little bit. I'm just gonna feel that right shoulder blade come off of the roller, and then I'm gonna come back down into the roller. So I'm gonna curl up as I pull in, and I'm gonna lay all the way flat. So initiate diagonally, that right rib is pulling towards that left hip. Don't lead with your elbow. It's a diagonal little serape, or your beauty queen sash. Scoop, and back in. We're twisting a little bit, And I feel that right shoulder blade leave the foam roller and then come back. This is my last one. And bring it back, foot to the floor. Reset, realign. Let's do one of those little bridges. So I'm gonna peel up, open up the hips, and melt it back down. My spine loves this series on the foam roller. All right, now I'm gonna bring my left leg to tabletop. And no, we just did that. Sorry. I'm gonna bring my right leg to tabletop. My left hand behind my head. And that right arm is out to the side. So the same leg, same arm. So I got right arm and right leg up. Otherwise I was gonna do the same side again. All right, so I'm gonna feel that left shoulder blade connect. So my elbow slightly forward, elbow stays in the same place as I curl up and then lower back down. And curl up, lower back down. You can have that foot on the floor as wide as you need to find your stability. And reach, curl, and reach. You're breathing, right? Exhale. Exhale. Reach. Let's do 3 more. Pull that leg in. Feel that shoulder blade lift off the roller. And bring it down. Curl. 1 more because I forgot to count. What else is new? Head and shoulders down, lower down. Give me 1 more of that pelvic curl, bridge, lift it up, and lower back down. All right, before we get off of the roller in this position, I'm gonna offer you a little stretch here. I like to go to goalpost arms and then try to find the floor with my hands. You may not be there. You're aiming for it. Move your elbows to where you can find at least the back of your hand on the mat. So that might be down low. And the goal is a little chest stretch here. If you can find those elbows pointing towards your waist and a neutral spine, so don't go into a back bend, keep that drawing in. Reach your arms out to a giant Y, pull them into a W. Try to find where your fingertips can touch the floor, and then keep them on the floor as you pull it in. So you gotta find your angle. I have pretty mobile shoulders, and I'm gonna keep abs connected. I'm gonna pull into that W. This feels really like a nice big release, lengthening that front of the chest. And now I'm gonna use my hands, curl my head and chest up, and I'm gonna bring myself up to seated. All right, so we're gonna turn the roller sideways again and do a little bit of cone work. So that's our swan and swimming. So coming down to my belly, I'm gonna take my legs out long. I'm gonna test my camera angle, but I think I'm okay. So first, I'm gonna do just a little prep. So I'm gonna straighten my arms out. And I'm gonna let my ears be between my arms. My legs are the width of my mat and a little bit turned out. So I want a small range here. I want you to think, pull your abdominals in, pubic bone kind of goes down. You're opening the front of the hip a little bit, and then slide your shoulder blades down and bend your elbows, pulling the roller towards you so your elbows are about shoulder height. And then reach back out long. You can widen, put your hands on whatever angle feels good to your shoulders. So a V or Y usually feels pretty good. So initiate. Abdominals connect first. Shoulder blades slide as we come up into extension, bending the elbows, pulling the roller in, and then lengthen it back out. So I start with it kind of on the pulse part of my wrist so that I can get to my hand. So I'm going to pull the abs in, press the pubic bone down, opening the front of the hips as I extend up. Belly's lifted, and then reach it back out long. So you can do that again, or if you've got more extension in you without going into your low back, you can keep the arms straight the whole time. Again, stay turned out, kind of active in the legs. Start belly first, hips open, slide shoulder blades down, and come up into your full swan. Crown of the head reaching long. Don't throw your head back. Reach it back long. Belly in, pelvis down, pull abs, 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 abs as you extend. The front of the body is opening the back of the body, it's supporting it. And lower it back down. 2 more. You can keep doing the elbow bend version, right? Or do this again. Pull abs in, reach up, make sure you're staying out of the low back. Those abs are supporting, and bring it back out. Last one. Pull it up, 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 up. Breathe. And reach it down. All right, hands off of the roller. We're gonna sit back in a shell stretch. I want you to turn your knees kind of wide and then sit back towards your hips. Only as far as your knees are okay with. Hands on the roller. And then we're gonna pull the roller in. Think almost like our cat was earlier. We're gonna tuck the tailbone under, pulling the abs in, and then reach long. So a little energy here. Pull up. As you pull those abs in and tilt the pelvis, you feel a nice stretch in that whole posterior side of the body. And back out. One more time. Pull it up, breathe. Lengthen it back out, and bring yourself up. All right. We were in that kneeling position earlier. I want you to try to find that shoulder width hands about as neutral as you can feel like you're not gonna fall off the roller, okay? And then that protract, retract, kind of find it here. Now, we're gonna do a push-up. You can come to your toes, or you can just come to the front of your thighs. And I just want 5. We're gonna press down and up, or lift your knees off. Challenge to hold that roller still. And press away. Bring your knees down. Give your wrists a little break. Okay. This one's a challenge. If your shins don't like it, then you can do this without the roller. I'm gonna put the roller, actually I'm gonna kneel in front of it. I'm gonna put the roller on the top of my shins. You can do this on your forearms if you need to. I have more room to move on my hands, so I'm gonna go there, okay? Now, I want to find that abs in, that neutral spine, okay? And then hover my knees. And then I'm gonna lower them back down, okay? So, strong shoulders, lift. And then I'm gonna straighten my legs, and I'm gonna pull them in. I'm not gonna straighten them all the way. I wanna focus on the pulling in, compressing abs to the spine. 2 more. Knees down. It's our knee stretches from our reformer, or it might remind some of you of our gliding disc version. Okay, I'm gonna try that with a round spine. So I'm gonna try to round my spine as I pull my knees in. So I'm gonna start with my hips slightly open versus here, right? So my pelvis is in front of my knees. And then I'm gonna get strong on my shoulders, hover my knees. And then as I pull my knees in, I'm gonna look towards my toes, pull my belly up, and bring it back. And pull it in. Try to tilt my pelvis. Bring it out. Scoop. One more time. Scoop. Knees down. And sit back. All right. So, sit cross-legged or long-legged if that works better for you. And then I'm gonna hold my roller in my hands. Overhead. Slightly in front of my body. Okay? And then shoulders are down, head in the center if I can. And I'm gonna twist and come back to center. And a little twist and come back to center. So twist, initiate the rib cage turning. And back to center, and twist, and back to center, twist, back to center. You can keep your arms down here if you need to. We got one more. Twist, twist, and bring it down. Put the roller by one knee. I put it on my right side. You can stay in cross-legged, or you could go to a different sitting position with your legs out long and soft if that works better for you. I'm gonna take my one arm out to a little T shape, and this elbow is gonna be straight. As I press into the roller and roll it away, I'm gonna laterally flex my spine, keeping that hip down, and then I'm gonna adduct the shoulder to bring it back up. So I'm gonna reach overhead, laterally flex my spine, and then
come back up tall. 2 more times. Breathe into those rib cage on that top side. Fill that lung. Let out of the areas I come in. I want this arm active. Last one. Press it away, pressing down into the roller. Pull the roller back in to come up. Take that hand off, give yourself a quick little counter stretch. And then the roller is gonna come back to my hands before I do the other side. Don't worry, I won't forget. Legs out into our straddle shape. Roller overhead again. I'm gonna rotate to one side and I'm gonna tip the roller towards my toe. Stack back up top, come to the center. Rotate, flex forward, tip the roller over, come back up to center. 2 more each side. Rotate, a little saw here. Back up, rotate, a little saw. Back up, center, last time to the first side. Flex that spine, reach the roller towards your toe. Come back up through center, rotate, flex the roller towards the toe. Come back up to center. The roller goes to the second side for our other mermaid. So I went back to cross-legged. You can keep those legs out if you want. My other hand is out to that T shape. And then I'm gonna straighten that arm on the roller. From here, I'm gonna flex that spine, breathe into that top rib cage, feeling that elongation. And then I'm gonna bring it back up. And inhale as I go over, keeping that opposite hip down as I can. And bring it up. Side bend, reach over is what I meant to say, not rotate. And then come back up. 2 more, I think. Reach it up, flex it over, feeling that side body, stretch it out. Come back up, and 1 more time. Reach it over, and bring it up. If you're cross-legged, stay cross-legged and put the roller in front of you. If you're not cross-legged, if you can get there, great. If not, the roller can go on your shins, okay? So if you can stay cross-legged, we're just gonna roll the roller away for a little spine stretch forward, reach it out long. And then pull it back in. Again, if you can't sit cross-legged, you can have it on your shin and you just roll it towards your toes. Don't press down too hard unless you want a little shin massage. And bring it up. Round and roll it forward. And release it back up. All right, you guys, that is my foam roller challenge for you. If you don't have a foam roller, you can watch it and decide if you want to get one. It can be great for myofascial release, but you can also use it for some abdominal and mat Pilates type work. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.